spend a little bit of time talking about partnering with parents, because I think that that's a really critical aspect of teaching and education right now, especially since many parents are in the role of educator currently. I thought this was a really funny meme, and I think it's a sentiment that many parents feel right now, especially as they're trying to navigate and help their students learn when they're in that remote learning kind of phase. Now, I don't know if you came across this video before, but it was taken by a mom of her son in virtual class. It was actually at the beginning of the school year, and I think it's really hard to look at. But I think it's an important reminder that parents are overwhelmed too, just as much as parents worry about their kids and they want them to learn, and they see the emotional toll that distance learning, remote learning can take on their children, and they're stressed about it too, and they're stressed about general things too. They're having to deal with their own emotions and their partner's emotions, their kids' emotions, and making sure they're staying on track. If they have multiple kids, they have to know what each one is supposed to be doing day to day, and it's their jobs to help their children navigate remote learning. That's all. It's all a lot to manage on top of the normal stuff that they need to deal with. And they don't get the education in our training on how to do this. I mean, I think teachers are still learning how to do this. And so I think parents really are kind of operating in that kind of blind role. And so I think that it's important as we think about partnering with parents to empathize with them and partner with them, and don't just assume that because their child didn't attend Zoom at the exact time that they were supposed to, that they don't care or they're not doing their job as a parent. See it as them needing extra support. So teaching, it's a tough job unless they have some form of educational background. They're operating blindly. So really trying to empathize and help support them in this process. And if their children aren't attending Zoom appropriately and engaging them in a very kind and empathetic way, I think we'll get a lot more engagement than assuming that they're not. They just don't care. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. This is a video that I think it's kind of a little satirical, but I do think that it's funny and adds a little bit of humor, but also communicates where parents are coming from.